Number 11, approve, deny setting the EQT Sarah Well Site conditional use hearing date for February 16th, 2022 at blank PM. Township staff will advertise. So as an update to the board, the planning department, on the agenda, EQT presented some preliminary designs and talking points on their Sarah Well site. Obviously, it's nothing can happen at the planning department level. That has to go to the board of supervisors. And this conditional use that will be scheduled will be an exhaustive, probably several hour long discussion on every part of the Sarah Well site, every part of it. So the engineers will be present, all legal teams will be here. So this motion is to discuss setting this and advertising as such and the time to have it. I will make a motion to approve setting the EQT Sarah Well site conditional use hearing date for February 16th, 2022 at 6 p.m. and condition upon the township staff advertising as such.
I'll second that motion for the Sarah Well pad conditional use hearing date.
Okay, Dare motion, Supervisor Eskin second. Is there any deliberation?
Mr. Lawson?
Yes.
Mr. Eskin?
Yes.
Mr. Free?
Yes.
Ms. Dare?
Yes.
Mr. Trapp?
Yes.
Item 12, approve, deny executing legal right-of-way between Union Township and Steve and Imogene Malberg. Sean, would you be able to give a quick synopsis of this specific contract?
The Caton well pad, EQT widened Cold Bluff and Pleasant View Road to get to the Caton well pad. Their plans had, there's a bit to it. So at one point they raised the road up a higher elevation in order to have the utilities underground at a deep enough level to prevent it from freezing. Additionally, I think that their existing survey might not have been as exact as they needed, but to sum it up, in order to widen the road, they needed to stabilize the hillside next to the road. And what EQT did was stabilize the hillside and obtain right-of-way for the township to then own that right-of-way going into the future, as it's a township road. That way, any future maintenance on that hillside would be an option for the township.
Thank you.
So that's what this right-of-way agreement is in reference to.
Thank you, Sean. Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve executing the legal right-of-way between Union Township and Steve and Imogene Malberg.
I'll second that motion for the legal right-of-way between Union Township and Stephen and Imogene Mulberg.
Supervisor Dare motioned, Supervisor Lawson second. Is there any deliberation?
Mr. Trapp?
Yes.
Mr. Free?
Yes.
Mr. Eskin?
Yes.
Ms. Dare?
Yes.
Mr. Lawson?
Item 13, approve, deny execution of the road construction agreement between Union Township and EQT for the Garvin Road improvements. Just as a reminder to the supervisors, Sweat Law Offices has boilerplate road construction and bonding agreements that we use and tweak depending on the applicant. These are standard, but I'd allow Sean to just do another quick brief for the supervisors on this one, please.
So the road bonding for heavy hauling is standard. I'm not certain if the road construction agreement is. That'd be a question for you. I was under the impression EQT put this agreement together based off their previous agreements they had with the township.
Starting back 10 years ago when Range and EQT and Rice started coming to various townships, that's when we embarked upon the development of oil and gas ordinances and collateral agreements that we believe were associated with these drilling projects. And at the very top of the list is how these roads are going to be affected. And this is something that my office, through Trial and Error, designed. The road bond and maintenance agreement for these oil and gas projects that require a pre-application review with the driller's engineer and the township engineers to assess the roads that they're traveling, to decide if it's safe or if they have to do any upgrade before they even start. That's in that agreement. You know, if there are multiple companies that are using the road, we deal with that in the road construction agreement. Let's say a Mark West and an EQT and someone else are all traveling, and then we find out that the road is significantly damaged. How is that resolved among those drillers, so that we don't take it on the chin and everybody's pointing the finger and the road never gets fixed? And then there's the final, that once they're done with the project, they've got to make repairs, upgrades, stabilize. I know, Jamie, we've been involved with these on other townships on numerous applications, but this is something that we developed in the office as an additional item as part of the conditional use approval, conditional use approval with conditions, and then the developer's agreement, road maintenance agreement, inspection agreements, and the like. And I know that Mr. Lawson, we've been working with EQT on Garvin Road for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
And that's a dangerous, dangerous road. And what EQT is willing to do is a significant improvement for the township at their expense.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion for approval of execution of road construction agreement between Union Township and EQT for the Garvin Road improvements.
I'll second that. To approve.
Okay, any deliberation?
Ms. Dupree,
Yes.
Mr. Eskin,
Yes.
Ms. Dare,
Yes.
Mr. Lawson,
Yes.
Mr. Track.
Yes.
Item 14, approve